And transitioning, right? We talking about T-Rex and Twerk now. We also got Twerk who's having a battle dropping Thanksgiving as well. Twerk and Arsenal. And Dylan was just alluding how it's incredible how URL is back Twerk. The branding is real.
That nobody will ever get a push from any league, like Twerk has gotten from URL this year. I mean, every time you hear any type of negative energy surrounding Twerk, boom, here's a battle drop from URL. And it erases your, man, Twerk, da 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 da, skirt. He was fire against Suge? Okay, cool. Skirt. We're dropping the Arsenal battle on Thanksgiving? Like,
In less than
it's
4 weeks, you'll have 3 battles drop. That's crazy.
and the band battle with, come on, they're like, what, y'all don't like Twerk? We like Twerk. This is what he does for URL. If it ain't on URL, it don't count. And no, so we can just allude right into the Twerk and Arsenal, but that's just something I thought was, that's a push that, I don't think
That's
anybody
relevant.
has ever gotten or anybody will ever get.
The Twerk and Arsenal battle. Shouts to Tim the Genius who transcribed the battle within 36 hours. He's a fucking
Tim.
he's a fucking
Tim's
robot.
machine.
Fucking robot. I swear.
Do not tweet much on Twitter. He lives up to the name.
That's a fact. And so Twerk comes out and gets the standing ovation like a rock star in London, and it's just like, holy shit, like he has an international fan base like that. And it makes you happy to see where it's like, yo, I wonder where else you're gonna go to now. Like, how about you? Well, other countries are very receptive to your style, your energy, your adrenaline, right? And like Bad Money was saying earlier, T-Rex called out Twerk for a reason. These vets want him. Something about these vets, they put some kind of fire into him because he's probably one of the last people coming into this shit that can have a slogan, say it, and the crowd explodes. If you really think about it, he's probably the last up-and-coming guy that has a slogan that the crowd will explode for.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I can't really think of anybody that has any slogans that are memorable out of the new guys.
There you go. And we watch these shits all the time.
Yeah, way too much. No, I agree, and that's not only that too, but it's just he's the all around battler when he's on his A game. I mean, as far as being able to use that aggression and adrenaline and delivery to capture those fans, but also being able to be like lyrical and pen heavy and capture those fans. That's why his base is so crazy already. And when he's on his A game, I mean, there's not many people who can beat Twerk, but that might not have been the case today or against Arsenal.
I like it's funny you said pen. I thought about one of his lines that was kind of like pen heavy. They pandered to the London crowd. Pistol whip, something Big Ben. Big Ben. I'll clock his shit. Big Ben is the clock tower out in London. And I was like, look at you bending words and trying to please to the demographics. So he's also starting to learn little things too. Like, hey,
Yeah, and he doesn't, and he's not one of those. He doesn't do it like super, like noticeably either. He does it kind of subtly, but he does it. It's clever. He throws it in the round like a regular punchline. He doesn't overdo it.
But because he does it so clever and subtle, he has the risk of it getting slept on. And we all know how frustrated he gets when people don't react to certain lines.
Yeah, but he knows what he's doing. He should know what bars are going to be a little harder to catch, and you hope with time that that stops being a problem for him, and I think it will.
I think this battle pretty much comes down, I think, for me, to the first round, right?
Yeah, I mean, does anybody disagree with the second round Arsenal, third round Twerk? Bad Money.
I mean, Twerk had a lot in his first round. Like,
how you feel about the second and the third though? Do you disagree that Arsenal?
The second round clearly goes to Arsenal. I mean, they had to get Tay-Rock to like pull him off of Twerk, you know what I'm saying, so to speak.
Fact.
Like, was that a smack that said leave him alone? Somebody said leave him alone.
I heard it.
I don't
know who it was. It wasn't Tay-Rock.
Shouts to Joe Budden. He was watching the battle with Surf, and Joe Budden was breaking down. He's like, look at Smack trying to call time. Look at everybody holding back Arsenal. they're doing this because they know Twerk is getting his ass kicked round 2.
But still, man, that first round, like Twerk had a lot in that first round,
Well,
bro.
did you give Batman? Did you give Twerk the third real quick?
Definitely.
Okay,
All right,
so then we're good. On to the
we're
first.
just talking about the first at this point. See, here's my thing, guys. Like, I know battles are 2-1, 2-1, right? We literally just said Verb edge Twerk, even though Twerk had the moment. But I don't know. For me, it's starting to feel weird when you watch battles. You can tell when somebody's in control of pace, control of room, control of momentum, and they have the moment, right? And they also have the variety of like multiple things, freestyling and personals and angles and quotables and all this stuff, right? They have the total package, and they're more consistent in the battle, but somehow they lose still. Like we can all agree, Arsenal's more consistent in the performance than Twerk, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, if you think of the longevity of his career and everything, of course, that just makes sense right now.
But people are starting to really like debate like Twerk 2-1, and as the days gone by, I'm like, damn, I kind of see how they're saying it. Like I kind of get it, but it just
Well, I remember
doesn't feel that way.
you messaged me as soon as I watched it, and you're like, "Yo, what did you think of that first round?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. I gotta watch it again." And you're like, "Damn, that means it's debatable."
Yeah, because
and I was like, "Damn, I guess it does."
right.
But I can come down and pick a winner, and I did pick a winner, but there was a lot from Twerk, and I more than I think. Like you said, he does run that risk of going over heads, and I think he had some really good bars performance. I mean, that was a really good Twerk round in the first. And Arsenal, he wrote uphill. I don't know, is it a parabola? Maybe his second round was his best round, but he had an incline from the first. So, I mean, when we get into the first, it's really. Do we call it a preference battle or do we break it down? Is there a clear winner?
I think it's a preference battle because
Why? Why?
I'll say that because it depends on what you look for in a battle. You know, like who you think wins. Like,
well, what did
Twerk
give us?
This battle,
Let me ask you this. What did Twerk give us in the first?
Bars.
Yeah, it was a bar heavy round.
Facts.
Arsenal came with like rebuttaling, crowd control, a little bar heavy, more disrespectful. Like he encompassed a lot of things.
He was more of the traditional arse.
Yeah, he encompassed.
He got
a lot
back
of
in
things.
that old bag.
Yeah,
and it was like we hadn't seen that arse in a long time.
Missing that arse. I feel like I haven't seen it since like K-Shine.
Like Twerk was saying stuff like, I told her Stingray, Crocodile Hunter, and if Australia, then she's going down under. Then he's going down under. That was
fire. I love that bar.
That was fire.
So, like, he had all kinds of stuff in his first.
So let me ask you guys, because Dylan just said, Arsenal's first round was kind of like a good arse that we love and know him for, right? Were we just allured by his first round sounding kind of vintage that we gravitated towards it? And plus he had a rebuttal, so we accredit rebuttals more than, What do you guys think?
Yeah, of course. And I think I did personally, but I've also been Arsenal was the pioneer that kind of got me into like the modern battle rap era. I started off with Reed and Trigger that battle, and then Arsenal was the one who got me into it. But I took into consideration that maybe when I like somebody, I take into consideration my bias more.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, hold on, let me relax and see what Twerk is actually doing. I'm not going to jump too much on the gun just because Ars had a good round. And that's why I was like, I don't know, man, because Twerk came with the bars. I mean, if there's one thing that battle rap is about, rapping, and he was rapping.
I think Ars's aura more so overpowered Twerk's bars in the first round, which in turn,
I guess that's why we can call it a preference because it depends on
it's an elemental win. It's an elemental win, right? Like that.
Yeah.
So it's a preference battle then.
Because Ars right there, I think was more complete, but Twerk more. Yeah, actually, he did have the better bars.
I mean, like,
And then people
yeah,
are like, and then you know what? This is for all y'all out here who are gonna say, well, if he had the better bars, then how didn't he win? Because he got outperformed. He had
bar
less crowd
papa.
control. He didn't have a rebuttal.
Right.
How about that? So let's get into that. That it's not all about just the bars. If that was
Yeah,
the case, JC would be battling Lux right now.
Talk that shit. Well said.
But anyway, no, I thought that Twerk had a good round, but I was edging it to Arse,
yeah,
just for the overall complete package. Um, but it was again another good showing from Twerk on URO. Um,
definitely. To me, this was like a performance that, depending on what Twerk does at Volume 3, it's like a catapult performance, so to speak, because like this is kind of like a standard Twerk in a way,
He didn't have a moment though,
because
right? Bad Money. He didn't have like a something that stood out from the performance.
no, but where he was
that's
going
true.
with that, him saying that this is a standard Twerk. If this is standard Twerk, that's a good thing,
Yeah,
and I
because
think
of
this
more
is
so like
standard
his
Twerk too.
lyrical
I do agree
content.
with that.
You understand what I'm saying? Like he stood in front of a veteran who has been to London like I don't know how many times as more as he's been to London. You
Right.
like
From his city too,
y'all
Right.
think R switched his third and his second round?
or
Let's
state, I
keep it a
guess.
bean.
Hmm. You know what's crazy though? If he does switch it, like if let's say his second round was supposed to be his third, right? And he switched it last minute. If he didn't do that, he wins the battle with a 3-0.
I don't know.
No, I mean like obviously you could break down the first round with debating it, but in the building they had the first round clear to ours, right? 1-1, 1-0, 2-0, right? And
No,
he
because
go
Twerk would have won that second round.
no, because he because
If Arse would have used his third round as his second round, like he would have lost the second round, bro.
Twerk's second round was his weakest of his battle.
But it still was better than Arse's third round.
But you know what? We got to give credit to Arch because if he did switch it, he pulled the vet move and said, "Yo, I'm gonna use your I'm gonna
Yes.
use your bigger nine quicker, and then I'm gonna use the Strapton
Hmm.
before you get to it, and then I'm gonna
Yeah,
deplete
and
yours."
either way you want to look at it, if it's just the way it worked out or if he purposely switched it, either way, he gets credit for that. And I mean, the round, like we talk about it all the time, placement, timing, placement,
Structure,
all
yeah.
these things are important. Structure, formatting, everything when it comes to battle rap. It's not just the bars. It's coming down to everything. And if Ars was able to do that, that's amazing. And that's one of the vet moves of being able to get in and out of the bags. But no, if and even if it was planned out that way, I think he still took it.
Let
So
me ask. Well, all right. Let me ask Bad Money this question because I feel the same way, and I want to hear his answer, and I'll give my answer. You and I have Verb beating Twerk bar wise, right? But Twerk had the bigger moment, so element wise, Twerk will win the battle. This battle, Arsenal wins element wise. We have him winning over the bar heavy Twerk. Why aren't we consistent with our format?
Because you like battle rap for different reasons. I mean, the same reason that I'm gonna go back and watch Verb versus Twerk is the same reason I'm gonna go back and watch Arsenal versus Twerk. You know why?
and it's
It's not for one person. It's
Mhm.
not for one punchline. It's not for one moment. It's for the whole battle. And that's the type of battle rap fan I am.
And I think the thing with those two battles, I know you were talking to Bad Money, but the thing with those two battles is the moment came from Twerk in the first one, and now the moment's coming from Ars.
In a
And
second.
seeing, I mean, I think Twerk was the favorite going into this battle by the consensus. Ars's recent solo performances haven't been too
They
crazy.
were both equally kind of bashed, I would say. People weren't
Well,
receptive
yeah,
to
well,
it.
people were hating Twerk at the time for the no shows and everything else, but I think if we look at Twerk's URL performances versus Arsenal's recently,
Mm-hmm.
I think Twerk has the heavy advantage.
I don't
Um,
know. I don't know if Arsenal was too like heavily bashed recently because he
He
debatably beat Beloved, bro.
he got a lot of unnecessary criticism
I would say,
for the
yeah, I
Hollow
would
battle.
say he
Like,
got a lot of criticism. Some warranted, most not.
yeah, absolutely. And honestly,
Especially for his like established
Yeah, man. Honestly,
Like,
Ars can do no wrong, really. Like, when he said that second round, I knew at one point he was gonna talk about his accolades, and I'll just list it down real quick. Like, Ars is the number one most viewed battle rapper in the world. At 72 million battles, 60 plus battles, averages a million per battle, and he has 24 individual battles at a million plus views. He has an 11 million battle, 11 million view battle, and more importantly, he has million view battles in 3 different countries. Like, he's been on TV.
That's
He
wild.
has a league. And he's been doing it for 10 plus years. He's competed with all of his class, everybody in his era, and you guys. You got to give it up to Ars. Like, let's talk accolades. Yeah, you got
let's
some
talk
accolades, but let's
accolades.
talk accolades. And nobody has more than Arsenal the Rebel, man.
Over
Right.
here, it's a whole another chain of events.
It's like it wasn't even a passing of the torch moment because when you see, the veteran artists step up, to battle the newer artists that's from their region or whatnot, you normally see the passing of the torch moment.
Well,
Am
like
I
we saw with
correct?
Suge and Twerk. Had his whole third round was a passing of the torch round. He
Right.
structured it that way.
Right.
And this wasn't that. This was hey, you the veteran, but I'm getting ready to stand here and go to war with you. No matter how this turned out, I'm not backing down from you. I ain't scared of you. I'm getting ready to fight you. And the veteran, like, I'm gonna kick your ass, but I'm gonna give you all that I can.
So that you
But
take it
still in
with
all,
you.
like you see that, like all that Arsenal could give wasn't enough. You know what I mean? To make you just forget about the shit that Twerk said. Like, put him in a wheelchair. He'll never hawk a maybe a leg drop again. Like,
You know what? I have some.
Twerk had several moments in this battle, bro.
All right, before we close this one out, right? Something just came to my mind. Do you guys want to start doing this? I think 2018 is a little too late, but 2019. Do you guys want to start like judging our battles with actual scorecards and we keep record as it as a podcast team? Like, okay, this round was a 8, this round was a 9, this round was a 10, this round was a 7, and then we kind of total it up so that way the numbers kind of also tell the narrative of the story of the battle.
I don't know, man, because you can go back and watch a battle
It's
2, 3 years from now and feel differently. You can go back a week
right,
from
but then
now
you
and
can
feel
compare it to
differently.
how you feel, and then you could do the score again. And if you feel differently, that's cool.
I want to start having a score because if you were to
I
score
mean, I
this
think
battle,
it's cool to see. I don't think there's a problem with changing your mind, Bad Money. On that note, real quick, on the scoring, I think just noting what you thought and then being able to go back and see that
Yeah,
you
that's
changed,
good. That's
what's
good.
really important.
Yeah.
That I think that's cool. But you old heads fucking hate systems for some reason.
I'm gonna stay quiet there.
They be
Why
on
you gotta call me old, Dylan? I don't like
because I'm
that shit.
22. Everybody's old. Everybody with a child is old.
Yo, Dylan's battle rap knowledge is up there, son.
Hey man, you know what's worse than getting old?
Not getting old.
Exactly.
Facts. Talk to them.
We're gonna implement it. We're gonna start scoring battles, guys. I think we're gonna keep a little track of this shit because I don't know, man. I'm starting.
I watch all these
I think
anyway
'cause
and basically keep score.
I could go back to like I seen the scorecards from Pearly Gates too. I remember it, right? And I was actually looking back at it recently. I thought to myself like, yo, the score actually kind of tells the narrative of the battle just from the paper. And if you score certain battles, you'll be like, this person shouldn't lose, but somehow
and
they'll still
people
lose.
did y'all have? How many people at Pearly Gates disagreed with the?
Listen, Pearly Gates was strange because in the building, I felt like everybody kind of agreed with what they decided, but on the
right, like
on
not
the
too
on
many
the
people in the building disagreed, and that's how you're judging it in the building. You're not judging it.
yeah, but on the internet, it was a whole rally of like every battle was called wrong. But that's the internet. You can't do nothing about that.
Right, and the people that are doing the battles don't agree to get it judged by the internet, or that would be a stipulation. I'm sure. I don't even think the technology's there yet. You can't. You have to have somebody watching the live stream backstage, and that would be crazy. But I think eventually, if y'all want to do judge battles, we could incorporate that aspect.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know what? It's crazy because around Pearly Gates too. That's like when me and France first like got in contact with each other, and he went to that event. So we was still like getting to know each other and whatnot. So I was just like, "Who do you think won?" He was like, "All right, so they judged it for Loso, but I think it can be debated."
Well, yeah, but somebody's got to win.
Definitely. You know what I mean? He was like, it's going to be debatable on
And
camera,
that's why,
but
you know, this
Loso
is
was the
like,
clear
But
winner.
but
when
you
it
know
comes
why
to
Loso
scoring,
won
you
that
can think of it
battle?
as like,
The
well, I was
reason
gonna say,
why
you can think of it as like boxing though, is that's why there's a unanimous decision or a draw, I guess. I don't know how
split
that would work,
decision.
but if you
Look,
have
the
a split decision, yeah, you could
the
have all
reason
that
why
shit. So
Loso won that battle is because he won the round with the largest margin. And for me, I'm
Right.
like, you know what? We gotta start accrediting these things. Who has the best round? Who wins by the biggest margin? Who has the better moment? Who has the more pace and control of the battle? We completely throw those things out when somebody says, 2-1 edge, bar for bar.
2019 is gonna be crazy.
So we might end up having battles where we say, this person won 1-2.
Bruh,
And we could change the game here.
Could you imagine?
I don't know what France is talking about. We haven't gone over that in our group chat yet. So
I'm
Hey,
getting
man,
I'm
this
getting a
day,
little
it's
I'm
the
getting
boss man brainstorming on the
nah I ain't,
on the
I ain't the
episode.
boss man. I'm just brainstorming. I'm tripping off the 1-2. But my thing
Yeah.
is I want to put some
Nah.
I want to put numbers. I want to put scores to things. I want to put some kind of concrete retrospect like evidence to the battle where I can look back and say,
Man, battle rap needs wins and losses, whether it's gonna be from
even
us watching
yes.
it or
Even
there needs
if
to
it's just
be wins and
us,
losses.
even if it's just
Yeah.
us, like we need something.
Someone needs to hold them accountable for this, and everybody can't say that they won every battle because guess what? You fucking didn't.
hell no, man. Then Rich Dollars won every battle.
Yo, don't talk about the Bronx like that, man. Chill out.
Rich was nice.
Literally, that's his name. Rich, I'm nice. Yo, last thing before we close out, I'm gonna just say this, right? On paper, I tweeted this out. I'm gonna read it to you guys. On paper, Twerk was supposed to have one of the best years if he only battled on URL. Headliner against Mr. Wavy.
That's one.
Performance of the night against Verb. Battle of the
That's
night
two.
against Shotgun Suge on the road. Was supposed to battle Danny Myers in LA.
That would have been 5.
DNA, obviously he threw that one away. Chess in the band, Arsenal in London, and now Rum Nitty. Just listen to that.
I think I messed my numbers up too, by the way.
That's a crazy year. Like I said to start, nobody has or ever will get a push from any league like Twerk has gotten from URL this year.
I hope Twerk realizes the kind of year he could have had, and in 2019 he says, "I'm gonna go out and have the year I was supposed to have."
I hope so too. And you know what? What do y'all think about that? Him joining NWX. You think that that's gonna change things?
Ooh, we could.
As far as no shows and things like that. Man, my girl's gonna be mad at me. I was supposed to be off the phone a while ago.
Initial reaction. DNA and K-Shine would not put anything under their wing if they didn't believe that they could mold it and brand it to success. I think under those guys, he's gonna stop choking and stop taking as many battles as he's supposed to.
And I don't think they would have took him in if he wasn't serious about the craft. And I think they probably made sure that before they
NWX is a crew of people. They like fuck with each other heavy. Like they're really close. So like somebody has to have close ties with DNA. Honestly, DNA and Twerk are friends. That's probably why Twerk never wanted to battle DNA. Everybody else wanted to make the battle happen. Like think back to their face off in Champion when they're laughing and they go, "How you got here? Who drove you here?" He goes, "I don't know who drove me here." They probably, you know what I'm saying? Like
right. They probably showed up together.
I don't know. My initial reaction was, I might be the only person that's not surprised, bro. When they were having that face off, right? And Twerk mentioned something about Sean having a situation in his hood, and he pulled out the blicky. Like, I'm from the hood. Like, France, you've been in my crib.
Yeah, he put it all out there on Champion. We should have caught on.
But France, you've been in my crib, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know I'm from the hood, right?
From the slum.
Right. Young boys are killed. Whatever Ill Will said. I can't even quote it right now because I've been drinking. But you credit certain things and you hold value on certain things that a person does for you to a certain level. So when I found out that Twerk did that for K-Shine, this is past battle rap that you fuck with somebody on. So it didn't surprise me that it happened. That's just me.
It's funny how everybody starts crying. Now we can't get Twerk and K-Shine. But just an event ago, you guys didn't want Twerk on a Euro event, period.
Y'all didn't want Twerk in battle rap. Period.
I don't think that match is necessary either. I really don't.
I agree, and now it all honestly kind of makes sense. I'm not excusing the choke. It's still bad. You don't take a battle if you really don't want to take it and throw the money and the performance away. But it all kind of ties in together. But the interesting thing about him joining NWX is now I think Jack Boy kind of becomes the leader of the Goonies, and he's already had a breakout on his band battle against Themes. I would love to see where Jack Boy goes from here.
Yeah,
but I mean,
I would love to see him elevate, man. I thought that he was dormant for too long. They kept the Goonies hidden besides Twerk and Glue for a while. They didn't get much love at all. Mac Mel, Jack Boy, Ryder, Drugs. They were kind of hidden off Euro for a while. So maybe this is the push the Goonies need as a whole. And seeing, Jack Boy get his breakout. Mac Mel had his band battle. So maybe this is the push for the rest of the Goonies now that Twerk is out of there. But I don't know. I'm excited to see where they go. They can do something with it, but it's all up to them.
Definitely. Damn, what the hell was I gonna say? At the end of the day, like, I think this makes Double Impact 3 very, very, very interesting. You understand what I'm saying? Because now we have storylines that tie into other things, and as well as that,
Jack Boy and Ryder versus somebody from NWA.
That's fine.
I mean,
yo, hold on.
Hold
on. You just said
Jack Boy said he was going past 59 hours to Twerk.
Listen,
and then what?
It's funny you said that, Dylan. NWX and Goonies against each other. I was talking to V off air, right? And I said, yo, what will be a fire band battle? I think you guys will like it. Big T against Ryder in a band.
I want to see Big T versus Jack Boy first.
Okay. In a band, though, right? Or, that kind of in that kind of setting?
I don't want to see Big T and Jack Boy in a band setting. I'd rather see them in a Born Legacy
Big T needs that. He needs that.
Level. He does, but I don't want to see him versus Jack Boy in that setting. You know why I don't want to see him versus Jack Boy in that setting?
That's why I said Ryder. That's why I said Ryder.
What about no vets on band? I don't think I like.
Nah. I don't like no vets on band for the simple fact that I would like to see certain vets on band.
Man, until there's not a fire battle on band, I'm cool with it. Because they say y'all fuck everything up until they prove me wrong.
Yeah, once a vet proves it wrong, then it's like, okay, you fucked up.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like Tay-Rock was talking about how he won a band. I would like to see Tay-Rock. I don't know if Big Tuna Fish is going to go up there and rock a band set.
I think a band would inspire him.
Long,
yeah, it's been so long.
That's the reason. It's like if I knew that Big T was coming like he can, then that might, he's been talking spicy on Twitter. I know y'all seen him. I've seen him talking to Aver pretty spicy.
Stylistically, Ryder and Big T in a band could be very similar to Surf and Big T. Somebody who's haymaker heavy versus putting Big T in a small environment that he enjoys.
You got a point.
Definitely, man.
But, all right, hold on. Let me close. Let me wrap this up real quick. Back to Ars and Twerk real quick, just to get some recaps. France, how did you call this?
I think we all called it the same. Ars 2-1, right?
You too, Bad Money?
That's as of right now with me watching the battle like 2 times. God. I'm going to give it to Ars.
Just give them, man, Ars 2-1, LTBR consensus. Take it to the bank.
Yeah, Dylan's about to get stabbed. Close it out, Dylan.
Hey, yeah, my bad, y'all. This has been Let's Talk Battle Rap with your boy Dylan, France, and Bad Money. Follow us at Let's Talk Battle Rap on Twitter and on Instagram. We have Bad Money. Give your plugs real quick, Bad Money.
At Bad Money 29. Be alert for the change of my YouTube page is coming, and Let's Talk Battle Rap's YouTube page is like up and running, and we're going to update it.
All right, y'all. 2019 is going to be crazy. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Eat a bunch of food for us. Have some fun with your family. Probably don't watch some battle rap.
I've never been kicked out of my own show. This is crazy. I love it.
Hey, this isn't your segment.
LTBR.
No, my fault. This is Dylan's show right now. It's Dylan's show.
Hey, and I'm lit. I'm crip walking in my bedroom. What's up? We lit. I'm ready to eat. Y'all don't know how excited I am for tomorrow. I am fucking. Ooh. Hey,
Yo,
y'all enjoy your holiday,
enjoy the
man.
holidays,
This is Let's
brothers.
Talk Battle Rap.
All right, y'all.